Guys, it's Maymay, and I told you I'd try to get 2 videos in today, and I want to tell you what I'm going to do. This was not my idea. Vince is really on a streak this week. He is so creative right now. So he came up with the Snow family, then he gave me this idea, and he's given me other ideas, so I'm really happy to share this one with you. And here's what we're going to do. These are all the stamp sets that I have in stock right now. Well, not all of them. I still have, I think, one more that's not showing here that I'm not going to use today, but several of you had asked me whenever I released the Ugly Sweater stamp set if I would release maybe a companion piece next year to kind of go with it. And I may do that. But what I thought I'd do is show you how, if you already have these or if you're interested in these, how you could use these together. So we're going to use the Ugly Sweater today. And I'm going to use G's Teddy Bear Lane, which I have a couple of the, not a couple, I have a few of these left. I'm going to use Trixie's Valentine and play with that one. Then I'm going to use Critter Christmas, which works perfect. I've showed you those before. And then I think I may even try Berry Sentimental. We'll see if we can use that one. And this one is my Spanish set, but I love this set because all the sentiments are in Spanish, and it has Feliz Navidad. And on the back of this one, in case you don't speak Spanish, but you have friends who do, this one tells you what all of the sentiments say. This set was super cool when we released it. It was done by my design team that I had at the time, and they helped me to create this. Awesome job, guys. You know who you are, so thank you very much. I will forget somebody if I start naming names, so I'm not going to do that. But we're going to play with all these sets and have some fun with this ugly sweater. So let's see what we can do. So what I'm going to do, and I've done it a couple times already, is I'm taking some scraps of just white paper that I have, and I'm going to stamp my ugly sweater several times. So I have it on my stamp press here. And I have my Memento ink pad, which I just inked up today. You saw I got a new refill. If you saw my Tupelo Designs design package, I just got this thing good and wet again. Now, I actually got a little too wet, but it will get back to where it needs to be. So I'm going to press these down. If you remember, if you watched when I made the snowmen that we use for the Christmas tags and things like that, I think I did it last Wednesday. This is kind of that same principle where you can just stamp a whole bunch of these guys and just play and use up some scraps of paper and just have these ready. But I'm also going to show you some things to do with them. I appreciate you guys saying that they're not ugly, but I think you can make them ugly. I'm going to try to. I don't know. I kind of like cute Christmas sweaters or jumpers, which I have heard them called. Alright, so there's 3 more, and I'm going to see if I can get another one on here just to use up that scrap. I love that I'm not having to kill myself with this ink. The re-inker was awesome. Was a good thing to get. Alright. And I went ahead and stamped them in Memento just in case I want to color them, because I probably will do some coloring, but I thought I would do that first. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring one over at a time, because I'm just going to play with one at a time. And I think I'm going to start with, let me see what we want to start with. So I'm going to start with this set that's called Trixie's Valentine. And if you don't know, Trixie is my little miniature dachshund, and so I made this after her. There's these 2 miniature puppies. There's the big Trixie and then the 2 tiny ones. I'm going to start with those guys. I think they're super cute. I'm going to use the little girl. And if you have a dachshund in your family, this will be fun for your Christmas cards or for anything. Now I'm going to ink her up. And I'm going to come right down here on the bottom. And we're going to have a Dachshund sweater. Check it out. Is that getting uglier? We'll see. Alright, so we have a miniature Dachshund on there. Let's do another one. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I used to be really bad about not cleaning my stamps because I used to use Stays-On ink all the time. And I felt like no matter what I did, I had a hard time cleaning it. But now, I keep a baby wipe handy and I wipe them off because I just think they make them last better. And I didn't believe that before, but I'm telling you, I'm a believer in it now. I went ahead and cut these apart so we can just kind of treat them like onesies, you know, just one at a time. So there's our girl Dachshund. Let's do a boy Dachshund. You might want to do a his and hers kind of thing. So cute. Okay. And all I'm doing is when I finish is just hit them with a little baby wipe and then put them up. And that way there's no ink sitting on them. Now I'm going to play with G's Teddy Bear Lane stamp set, which is also still in stock. And I'm going to take the teddy bear and some ink. Oh, I got ink on there, but I'll cover it up with something. Okay, and we'll put this guy in the middle. Stamp him down. Anytime I have a stamp that has the solid images in it, I kind of let it sit for a minute to let the ink transfer so I get a better image that way. So there's a teddy bear. Now we're going to really get tacky. I've taken the Christmas bulb, the little Christmas light bulb from the Teddy Bear Lane stamp set, and I have put it on my block. And I have these two markers. These are from American Crafts. They're stamp markers. They stay wet on stamps, which is super cool. And I'm going to use them to ink up this little bulb. So I'm going to hit this one with the ink, just like so. And then I'm just going to get tacky with the light bulbs around the neck of this sweater. So there's one. I'm just going to leave the lid off because I'm going to try to do this kind of quickly. So I'm going to wipe away the red and put on the green. And take the green up. So that's what I'm going to do to that one, the Christmas lights around the neck. And then I'm going to take another one, and this one I'm going to use the holly and berry from this same stamp set that we just used. Much like I did this, I'm going to double ink it. I'm going to red ink that berry, just like so. And I'm going to green ink the holly leaf. My green ink is kind of dried out, so I'm struggling with that one, but I think we can make it happen. And then I'm just going to go around and stamp this all around on this sweater. This will be fun. Now that I've got them both done, I'm going to wipe this away a little bit, dry it off. Go ahead and close up my green marker. And now I'm just going to do the berry to kind of fill in some places. So I'm just going to make the berry red and just kind of put one here and here. Okay guys, you can't tell me that one's not going to be tacky. I think it's going to be tacky. Let me show you up close. That one was fun to do. Okay, put that one aside. And I got one more. Don't know what I want to do to this one. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use some stuff from the Ugly Sweater set. And I have this Memento Love Letter ink. And it's red. So I'm taking the checkerboard stamp from the Ugly Sweater set. And I'm going to kind of stripe some checkerboards across here. Something like that. Okay, so y'all have to think that one's going to be ugly. I'm not even sure that one's going to turn out cute, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Now I'm using the Snowflake from the Ugly Sweater set. And I'm going to use the red and come in between those lines and put some of those in. Just on some of them though, like maybe here. And I'm going to mask this bottom off for just a second. I'm going to do that with a Post-it note so that I can make sure I can get a snowflake down there. Can you imagine if you had the stamp set and you just put your stamps out and let your kids or grandkids or your friends just go to town? This would be super fun. So see, now we have one there. Then I think I'm going to try to put some words in between or something. I don't know. We'll see. So let's take these and let's find sentiments for them. Now I'm going to do something you guys may not love, but I'm going to cut my stamp set in half. This one is called Santa Paws. This is from Critter Christmas. Just says Santa Paws. And I'm going to cut that stamp so I can place it on the block like I want it. Don't panic. They're just the acrylic and you can move them around any old way you want to. So what I do is cut it apart and then use a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to use that Post-it note I used to stamp off on. And you just want to test stamp it before you put it onto your image. So we're just going to stamp it and see what I get. That's cute to me. And I think for this guy it's going to say Santa Paws. Just like that. I like that a lot. That's cute. Now from Critter Christmas also. I love this one that says go tail it on the mountain. My sister-in-law came up with that. We were sitting around and she said, what if you did go tail and use it like an animal tail? Which was super cute. So I love that one. So go tail it on the mountain on this little Dachshund. That's cute. And now I want to put something right there. And let me show you something you can do. If you're not sure if the sentiment you want to use is going to fit, you can just lay this while it's on. Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to use. You can lay it while it's on the acetate, and you'll be able to see through it and see if it's going to fit. I want to use that there. That won't fit there, but let's see what will. We'll come back to that one. I was hoping this would fit. This is Paul Humbug, which I think is super cute for this little teddy bear. Paul Humbug. Too cute. Okay. What am I going to do here? Let me find something. You guys want to see confession time? Look at this. This is when I wasn't cleaning my stamps. That's what they look like. It's still going to stamp, but man, they look bad. Clean your stamps. This one is full of stays on. So on this one, I'm going to use Feliz Navidad, which is from the Simply Spanish set. I think it'll be funny kind of running across the middle here. Cute. Okay. Now for these guys. He's good. I'm not going to put a sentiment, but I want to try to fit a word or something. Maybe Merry Christmas in here. Let's see what we can do with that one. So this is G's Teddy Bear Lane. And if I do, yeah, that's going to work. I'm going to do some selective inking. I've showed you this one time before. But what you'll do is put your stamp on your block. And using your ink pad, you're only going to ink up the portion of the stamp that you're actually going to use for this part. I'm only going to stamp Merry at the top. So I'm not going to ink up Christmas. And if you get some ink on it where you don't want it, just wipe it away. No big deal. Alright, and I'm going to come right here and stamp Merry. Cute. And now I'm just going to ink up Christmas. You can also use a piece of Scotch tape and actually tape off what you don't want any ink on. And Christmas is going to go right here. Funny, huh? I think it's cute. Before I start coloring, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these guys. I'm just going to use Week of Stella on them. I'm going to use red on the berries. Then I'm going to take the clear and I'm going to do over the holly leaves. Now on this guy, I think I'm just going to use the clear and go over the snowflakes, kind of to give them some glisten. Now I'm going to use some Spectrum Noirs and I'm going to color, and I kind of don't want this to match because I'm kind of trying to make it ugly, so I'm hoping this doesn't match very well. It may match too well, but this color is kind of an orange red, so I thought that would really not match. This pen is kind of, if you don't have a Wink of Stella pen, this is a Jelly Roll pen, and it's the Clear Star. So it's really glitter that comes out in a ballpoint. And I'm going to use this on the cuss, because I think it's super cool the way it works too. It works very much like the Wink of Stella. So if you don't have Wink of Stella, I picked this up at Michael's, but anybody that sells these Sakura Jelly Roll pens Probably can find them there. And this will just give some clear glitter on there too. Now, to make it really tacky, I'm going to take this glitter pen and kind of do some swirls going between things. You know, just kind of swirling between the berries, which you won't see this, like, probably on camera you can't see it, but you can see it in person. Let me bring this up and see if you can see it. You see the shimmer? I think I am being successful on ugly. I'm going to cut this one out real quick. So what I'm going to do to the rest of them is basically this. I'm going to color them in different ways and try to make them very tacky. And then we'll get back together and I'll show you how I'll use the sweaters. So check them out, guys. This is all 6 of them that we did. And I think these ugly ones are ugly. Did I get ugly? I tried. I mean, they're still cute because of what they are. But I think they're much uglier than the last ones, right? So look at this one. I don't know. It's still cute. But that's a good way to use all those stamp sets with that same ugly sweater set. But now I want to make some tags, so I'm going to move these aside and show you what we're going to do. What I've got is 2 pieces of craft cardstock, 8.5 by 11. Now I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to cut the 11-inch side at 3 5/16. Okay, so I'm going to put this on 3 5/16. There's one, and then the next one on 3 5/16, and then the next one on 3 5/16. And that'll leave me with this little bitty bit, but that was the easiest way for me to divide it up without having to just come with a crazy measurement. Now I just have 8.5 long here, so I just need to cut this at 4 1/4. Now for these, I'm going to round the edges with a corner chomper. I had a lot of people ask me about this last time I used it. It's the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper. This was a present from my son on Christmas a few years ago, but I know he got it at Hobby Lobby, but I'm pretty sure you can get these all over the place now. I'm just going to round all of the edges of all these tags. You've seen me do this before. This is a quick, easy way to get tags. Now once you've got all these cut and ready to go to turn these into tags, you want to go ahead and stamp your to and from sentiment on the back. I just have a little letter stamp set and I just made the words to and from, and they're kind of sloppy on my stamp, and I'm okay with that. I think it'll be cute. That's kind of what I was going for. So see how they're just kind of to and from, just kind of willy-nilly. So go ahead and stamp that on the back of all of them. I love this assembly line. I just love it. I love getting stuff done in a hurry like this. Because you do spend some time decorating your sweaters. But this way, you just get it done. And if you wanted to stamp on the back of them one of the sentiments from the set, this is the time to do that. That would be super cute too. My favorite sentiment from the stamp set is Dawn, We Now Are Ugly Sweater. So I'm going to use that one. And I'm just going to put it right down here in the corner. Don't you love this assembly line? Makes this stuff easy. Now they're ready for the sweaters. So while I had them all stamped, I stacked them up and I went ahead and I punched holes through them all at one time. So all of that is done. Okay. Now I'll just flip my sweaters over. Like so. Get my foam tape. And just assembly line this as well. Now you can certainly use foam dots. I just have this foam tape that I bought really inexpensively and I'm trying to use it up. So I think this is a good place to do it. I have some baker's twine. I just have a whole bunch left over from a project, so it's in all different kinds of lengths. But I'm just going to stick this through and do a little slip knot. Just like so. You've seen this before. This is not new or groundbreaking. Cut a piece away. So now I have them all done. Look at that. 12 ugly sweater tags. I love them. There's one other thing I'm going to do, but I'm just going to do it to one to show you, and then I'm going to do them all off camera. There's no sense in you watching me, and you probably know what it is. I'm going to add white stitching. I just think that this craft looks so good with the white stitching around the edge. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not too much. And my secret for doing these stitch lines, I have this motion. It's wiggle. It's like back forth. So it's like that, back and forth. It's actually forward and back. Forward and then back over it. I don't know why I do it that way. I just do. I think I get a better white when I do it that way. So instead of just like dash, 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 I just kind of go straight and back. So there you go. It's all stitched, and on the back it's all stamped. And now I will do that with the others, so all 12 of them will be stitched and ready to go. Now, would you like to win these 12 tags when they're completed and so cute? I hope that you would. In order to do that, I'll be giving these away on my Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It and So Did I. Head over to that site, which I'll link below. My Facebook link will be below. Head to there, ask to join the group, and I will leave instructions for how to enter pinned to the top of the page. So once you open the page, the instructions will be there. And even cooler, this we're going to give away for Halloween. So I will be giving this away on Halloween Day, and I'll put the time and everything for when you can expect to see the prize to happen. And one lucky winner will win all 12 of these tags that I made today. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the Facebook group and here tomorrow for another video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.